Greetings, Mad Crafters. Madragoric here, and today I've got a super easy, resource-friendly, what I'm calling a 4-in-1 zero-tick tower. That's right. So this thing, when it's up and running, will provide you 3,000 bamboo per hour, a little over 8,000 kelp per hour, about 800 cactus per hour, and about a little over 500 sugarcane per hour. So just for yourself, this should be enough to supply anything you're needing to do on your world. As you can see, if we look down here, you can see everything going. Right now we have the kelp back here. Then we got sugarcane next to it. And then cactus. See it popping off right there. And then also bamboo right there. So this is really easy, simple redstone, easy build, and this will get you everything you need. So let's jump over here and see what we're going to need to build this. All right, so in our chest we have 1 or 2 stacks of your block of choice, 4 redstone repeaters, 16 redstone dust, 9 blocks of glass, 16 window panes, 6 packed ice, 28 redstone torches, 3 trapdoors, 1 lever, 12 pieces of sand, 4 regular pistons, 4 sticky pistons, 1 bucket of water, and 24 hoppers. That's probably the most expensive thing you're going to need. And finally need 1 of each of bamboo, sugarcane, cactus, and kelp. Alright, that's all you're going to need. So this is a simple 5x5 footprint that we're going to use, so it'll be easy to set up. And so we can jump into this thing. Also want to tell you, if you hang around till the end, I'll show you the advanced version of this, where you can actually get 7-in-1 from just this farm. So stick around to the end and I'll show you that. So let's jump into this and get it done. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is make up our clock for our zero tick. So what I want you to do here is basically create an E laying flat on its back, just like so. Put this last one up there. All right, that's good. Now we're going to break out these 3 blocks right here. Now we're going to take a redstone repeater on 1 tick, place it going that way, then 1 going the opposite way. Then we're going to take some redstone dust, place it underneath each one of these blocks on the outside, and finally a redstone torch right in the middle. That's going to get our clock going. So let's run around to the other side. We're going to do the exact same thing. Again, build our E laying on its back, being lazy. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So just a couple more here and there, and then 1 up. Then break out these 3 in the middle like so. And then a repeater going out from that block, and then out from there. And then a piece of dust below that block, and a piece of dust below that one with a torch in the middle. Just like so. All right. Looks good. Now when we come around here, you'll see that these are out of sync. They're kind of flashing off and on. We're going to need to put these in sync. So I'm going to put 3 blocks right here in the middle, and then place 3 pieces of redstone dust right across it. As soon as I put that last one, bam. Now they're flashing at the same time. Looks great. That's how we want it. All right. Now we're going to go to the front over here. We need to put in a lever so we can turn this thing on and off. So I want you to place a lever right there in the middle, and then go ahead and turn this off. All right. Now let's build some towers. That's what I'm talking about. So in each one of these, from the existing blocks, I want you to build up 12. So you'll have a total of 13 above that piece of little redstone dust. So about that high. Now I'm going to go ahead and go through the rest of these real quick. You don't need to see me make all of these. All right. Almost done right here. Coming up 10, 11, 12. There we go. All right. Now we need to break these off just every other one so we can make our torch tower. So 1 down from the top, I want you to break that one right there. Then skip 1 and break that one. And skip 1 and break that one. And yeah, you get the picture. So we're going to go ahead and work through all these and get them all done. You don't need to watch me do all this. All right, almost done. Just a couple more. 1. Bam, done. All right. So now that you've got all that, we're going to take our redstone torches, starting from the bottom, basically, and just put one on every block all the way up. And again, you don't want to see me do all of these, so we're going to fast forward that. All right, almost done. 1, 2, all right. There, 3. All right, all done. So all our torch towers are in, looking good. So now let's go start building the bottom of our 0-tick farm. So what I want you to do is take you a sticky piston, and right above this, right at this block right here, above this lit redstone torch, I want you to place a sticky piston right there, facing that way, just like so. It should go off. Do the same thing all the way around. Just keep them all going in the same direction. Just make sure everything looks the same. All right. Looks good. Looks good. All right. Now, I want you to get your block of choice, and I want you to build this little design right underneath each piston. So we're going to place a block there, and then place a block underneath there, and then kind of come across, place one underneath, and then break that one. All right. So repeat that on all 4 sides, and then we'll jump to the top portion. All right. Now that we got all those done, we're going to go back now and place sand in front of all of these extended pistons. So place one there, then another one there, and finally there. Right there. There we go. So now we're going to build this up with our block of choice, and you want to go 2 high on top of the piston and on top of the sand. So work your way around, put 2 blocks high on top of every piece of sand and on top of every piston, just not on the piston extension. I'll leave that free because we need to put sand there, which we're going to do right now. So we'll put 2 pieces of sand on top of each extended piston. So this is our actual 0-tick. That's going to be 0-tick in our crops for us. So there we go. Last one, 1, 2. There we go. All right. Looks good. Looks good. Now we need to go ahead and work on putting in our flow and some ice down here, just kind of our floor or whatever. So what I want you to do, I want you to look down there. Okay. Yeah. I just broke that. But yeah, I'll fix that in a minute. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, if you look back down there, you can see that's where our lever is. So that's the front. So with that being the front, I want you to take this packed ice, and I want you to put it across, all the way across, right here, underneath here. Those 3 pieces there, and then I want you to put another 3 pieces right there, just like that. Look good. Looks good. Now take your block of choice. This will be a temporary block, and we're going to place one down there, and then one right in the middle, just like so. Now, get you some hoppers, 3 hoppers, and you can place a hopper facing down there, and finally there. Cool. So that's all good to go. Now we can start building up the rest of this. So moving on to the breaking portion of the 0-tick, I'm going to place 2 blocks on the back of each top piece of sand. And then after I do that, I'm going to stick a regular piston facing inward on the top of each one. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and break every block underneath each one of those pistons. Don't need them, don't want them. There we go. Bam. All right. Looks good. Looks good. Now, what you do is I'm going to put you to build up 3. 1, 2, and 3 right there on each side of that sand, then one on top of the piston itself. 2, 3. So again, 1, 2, and 3. One on top of the piston. 2, 2, 3 over there, and then one on top of the piston. And then one on this side. 2, 3. Top of piston. 1, 2, 3. All right. So good. Now for this side, this is where we're going to have our cactus. So we can't have a block next to the cactus. So we need to make sure we leave space there. So what I want you to do is place a block there, and then one on top, and then of course one on top of the piston, and the same thing right next to it, one in the middle, and then one on top. All right. So now I fall in a hole. Hey, come on. All right. There we go. All right. So yeah, that looks all good. Good. All right. Let's move on. So now, what we're going to do is we need to put in the power to move the pistons. It's to break them. It's for the braking pistons. So we're going to put 2 blocks there, and then another 2 blocks next to that one, and then 2 pieces of redstone dust right there and there, and then of course another 2 right there and there. And that's good for those 2 pistons. Now, we only need to have these on corners and not all the way around. So you can come over here and break this redstone torch right on top of there because it's not needed. So a little extra, not a big deal. All right, so we have it on that corner. So now we need to get it on the back left corner. So exactly opposite, diagonal from where you place the other blocks. I want you to place 2 more blocks and then another 2 blocks right there, and then put 2 more pieces of redstone dust there and 2 more right there. So make sure they're catty corner, and then that'll set up your breaking. And then of course we don't need this redstone torch right there. All right, that looks great. Looking good. So far so good. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on, make sure everything's working right. Voila. Wow, everything's pumping. Looks good. Okay. Check it out. Okay, all the way around over here. Yep. All right. It looks good. I think now we need to get some stuff inside there so we actually use this for what it's meant for. All right, let's turn it off. Okay, so let's jump back up there and get this thing set up. So up here, before we jump into there, first thing I want you to do is go down here. I want you to place a trapdoor right there and close it. Now you're going to do this on all the sides. Another one right there. And then another one on the other side. You're going to do those all sides except where you place the cactus because you can't have anything next to it. Now inside, we're going to place a bucket of water right on this top block on the side where the packed ice is. That's going to be where our kelp goes. So now we have water flow down here, goes into the hoppers, and then it also provides for our sugarcane whenever we place it. So let's place our kelp in there. And then we're going to take some sugarcane. Now we have the water. I can place it right there. Right now, right behind me, we'll place our bamboo right there. And then last but not least, our cactus right here in this spot where there's nothing around it. So the cactus will actually place there. Now, what I want you to do is get some window panes. And what we're going to do is going to try to kind of block off these corners just to make sure everything goes in the right direction. So I'm going to put 3 window panes up in each corner. And this just make sure that it doesn't fly over, goes in the right direction. You don't have to do it, but it doesn't cost that much and it's easy enough. So 3 in each corner. And then working off one of those, I want you to put one right in the middle. And make sure it's something that get hard enough that it flies onto the top of the other one. So put 3 right in the middle. Go all the way up just like that. And then everything is perfect in here. This is how it should look. All right, now let's put a roof on this thing real quick. So all I want you to do is take those 9 pieces of glass and just kind of put them across the top, just like so. Then we're going to place a block in the center over each side. And that's all there is to it. Roof is done. All right, so now we're going to turn this thing on right now, and most likely our kelp up there, right up there, is probably going to break when we first turn it on. And that's just the water flow setting up that initial time. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And yep, it broke. See that piece of sand fell into that bottom spot? So let's turn this off and go up there and let's talk about it for a minute. So heading up. So as you can see right here, we had system break on us right now. And luckily, no water fell on us. That's into the design, so we make sure we don't mess anything up. Now to fix this, pretty easy. We're just going to come over, we're going to break out that piece of sand right there. We go up here to the top, open up our little trap door, drop in one more new piece of sand, just like so, and then get a piece of kelp and drop it, plant it right there on top of it, just like so, and then close the door up. And all fixed. Very easy, without a lot of difficulty trying to get inside or do anything. So let's go back down here, and we're going to turn this back on now. And voila. Everything seems to be working right. Let's go check it out, take a look around. Okay. Alright, little inspection time. Okay, how about this side? Man, I'm little next to this thing. Alright. Hop back. Oh yeah, that's right, I can fly. I'm in creative. Okay, yeah. So this is all good. Now we need to set up some storage to collect all our goodies. So let's turn this off, jump up in there and make up some storage for this. All right, so we're underneath in the depths. So that's what we built originally at the bottom. So we're right underneath it. There's the packed ice, and there's our 3 temporary blocks we put in those hoppers. So we're going to go ahead and break those out just like so. And from there, we're going to start putting in some chests to collect all our goodies. So place a double chest right below each one of these hoppers. We want 3 different lines so we can manage the flow of all the items. Now right behind these first ones, you can go ahead and fill those in with your block of choice. It also keeps the water from dripping on you. All right, now we're going to take more chests and kind of go back and forth, kind of zigzag down, just like so. So we can go from one chest to the next chest. Talking is difficult. And that should do us. All right, so now we're just going to work all the way down, going back and forth, just like so, till we get all the way to the bottom, because there's a lot of items that will be collected. So again, got our 3 double chests in there. Let's put our hoppers in. And I'm sure you're so much enjoying me placing all this stuff. So let me go ahead and finish this up and we'll come back. All right, now that all our storage is done, we're just about ready to go. I have one more safety precaution I need you to put into place. So underneath here on this piece of sand, right above here, I want you to place a trapdoor and close it. I want you to do this on all 4 sides. Now what this is going to do, this is going to help you prevent any water if the system does break, which it will do on occasion because of bug rock. Yes, it will. Even though you take all the precautions and check your chunk borders and whatnot, and don't go outside 8 chunks or log off with it running. It's still going to break every now and then just because we live in bug rock. But this will help prevent all the water from pouring out down onto your redstone in case it does, because it'll leave at least 2 pieces of sand down here. So it blocks it off. So you want to prevent that, so we're going to do that right now. All right, so let's go down here. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Everything seems to be working right, looking good. No issues. All right. So we'll go check our chests over here. You should see in there. Yep, we have kelp just filing in. And we got some bamboo and cactus in here. Now the majority of everything's going to end up in this column of chests. And then some will end up over here, as you can see. And then of course some will also end up over here. So that's looking great. Everything seems to be working. So now let's turn that off. Let's talk about what can we do to design this to make it look a little bit better. Okay, well, I did some thinking. And so first off, I switched everything out for stone bricks. And that looks better. Does it pretty good, but still not quite enough. So it's like, well, what else can we do? Well, let's put a little bit more design effort into it. So what I got is this, kind of a medieval tower look. You know, did a little bit of terraform down there, put some trees. Got some other accessories down there. I think it looks pretty cool. Now remember, when you're using this space right here, if you see a sand block down in that space, it means that particular one has broken and you just need to go up and fix it real quick. And again, that's easily just come up here, right above here, open this up, place a new block of sand in there, place your new plant, close it up, and you're good to go. Make sure you get rid of the block that was down here though, because that has to be open for the 0 tick to work. So I feel this has a pretty good look to it. Did some other testing with it. Over here I try to see, well, could we stack it? And technically you can, but you start getting higher and higher and you can run into kind of a pains trying to keep this thing or repairing it whenever it does break, but you could go higher and higher. Just take lag into consideration. And your storage. And then finally over here, this is my advanced version of this same farm, which it doesn't have the trapdoors here, but we can kind of throw that in there real quick. Make sure those are there. We definitely don't want it spilling all over this stuff. So, all right. See, we're all not perfect. We forget stuff. It happens. So now what this does, as this is coming out, let's go ahead and turn this thing on real quick so you can see what's going on. Okay, yeah, see? Good old bug rot. Our kelp broke, no problem. So we turn that off. Come up here, open the door, place in a block of sand, place in a kelp, close it back up. Come back down here, turn it back on. And you'll see this happen a couple times. In this case, it might have just duped a block. Let's see. Yep. So that's just an extra one. So just break that out. And then it'll start zero ticking and everything will be fine. Yep. Everything's going good there. All right. So now if we come down here, you can see all of our pieces funneling into this little water path that goes around. First thing it's going to do is sort out any sugarcane or cactus. So there's 2. Now this is a 7-in-1 instead of the 4-in-1 that we've built earlier. So we have those 2 items there. On the opposite side, we're going to have kelp collecting in here, and then some bamboo in here. And then over here, we're going to have it filtered back over here, so we have the bamboo using for fuel to cook our kelp. So we end up with the dried kelp over here. So we can make dried kelp blocks. And then any extras we have coming across here, we have them going into composters, which filter down in here to collect us some bone meal. So that's 6 items. You're like, so where's the 7th? Okay, well the 7th is our XP, because we have these going through here, just like so. Every now and then I can come over here, lock this furnace, open it up. As that gets done, you'll notice it doesn't go down. So now I can take this out and collect all the XP from it. So 7-in-1. So I've got dried kelp, I've got XP, I've got bone meal, I've got sugarcane, cactus, and then over here, kelp and bamboo. Just from this one little 4-in-1 zero tick tower. Pretty awesome, I say. I like it. Well, all right, folks. Thanks for joining me. Don't need that kelp in my hand. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because we're going to have a lot more fun tutorials coming up. And here soon, we're going to be doing some Let's Play action. So, hope this works out great in your world. And thanks for coming out. Catch you later.